Hey everyone, it's Warriors NRL Fanatics. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well on this Tuesday evening. If you are a new viewer to the YouTube channel, please make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Please click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Subscribing to the channel is much appreciated and it helps them grow the content. It's absolutely free as well, and it also helps the algorithm as well. So don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,800 subscribers, so help us get there, and it'll be much appreciated if you do subscribe. Also, give this video a like. Make sure you like this live stream, like this video back if you're watching it back. Also, don't forget as well to click the bell so you are notified for all your content on the channel. You'll be notified by clicking the bell as well. And also don't forget to share the video, share this live stream as well. This is again another Team List Tuesday reaction show. So as I usually do every Tuesday afternoon, react to the Warriors team list that gets announced, give my overall thoughts, and we'll do an actual preview of the game on Wednesday night for the Warriors Titans game on Saturday, which I will be attending. I will be there. So just a note there that I will be going to the game, and we'll react to the team list, and we'll go through my tips for this week's shortened NRL round 16. Of course, with a few teams having the bye this week, and only a couple of teams playing, and then we've got the State of Origin next week as well. And I'll react to the State of Origin teams as well, as they were announced yesterday. We'll react to the teams for the Queensland Maroons and New South Wales Blues for next Wednesday's game of Origin, game number 2. Hello to Jose in the chat. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. So to everyone in the chat, guys, please give this video live stream a like. Make sure you're liking the live stream if you haven't done so already, guys, so it shows that you enjoy the content and you like the videos and streams. Make sure you click that thumbs up button. And don't forget, if you are a new viewer, please give this channel a subscribe. Subscribing is absolutely free, and it all does help the content and the channel to grow. And it gets the word out about all the videos as well. Everything all does help, and it's much appreciated. Hello to Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. Hello, Warriors NRL Fanatics. Hello to Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. Hope you're doing well. Hello to Tahi Bro as well in the chat. And to Rich, and to Neutralizer, and to William Pearson, and Cumberland as well. And hello to everyone in the chat, guys. Hello to everyone in the chat. Let's get into it. So we'll react to the team that's just been named by Andrew Webster for Saturday's round 16 clash against the Gold Coast Titans. This game for me is a game where we need to bounce back and get the win after the disappointment of the weekend against the Storm. So we need to get this win. And looking at the team list, there's quite a few outs this week, of course, with a few players with the suspension of Darlin Watini-Zelezniak. He is out. And, of course, the injury of Rocco Berry as well. So that means that we have a ton of changes to this side this week also. So just going through the team list. So fullback is Chance Nickel-Klugstad. Edward Cozy comes into the wing for Darlin Watini-Zelezniak, who is suspended, of course. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, RTS, is back. The man himself is back from injury. And he is named in the centres with Adam Pompey and Marcelo Montoya on the wing. Tamari Martin, 5'8", of course, and Sean Johnson, halfback. Unchanged halves, of course. And Adam Fanua-Blake, prop. Wade Egan, hooker. Jackson Ford, prop. Murata Niokore, second row, with Dylan Walker named in the second row this week. Really interesting there. And Tohu Harris is named at lock. So the bench reads Chanel House-Davida, CHT, Jacob Laban, Jazz Tavanga, and Tom Ale. And our reserves are Bunty Afoa, Tane Tawapiki, Moala Graham Talfa, Freddie Lussick, and Dimitri Safakula. So the only outs for us this week, of course, no DWZ, Kurt Capewell, and Mitchell Barnett. Both of those two are not being named to play, of course, with Origin next Wednesday night. And, of course, the Warriors travelling up to the Gold Coast this week. The game has been played on a Saturday, and the Origin's been played next Wednesday. So that is why the likes of Mitchell Barnett, cannot play for the Warriors next week. And, of course, Kurt Capewell being named in the 17 for the Queensland Maroons for Game 2 of the Origin Series next Wednesday night down there in Melbourne. So, yeah, look, Jose is saying interesting not putting RTS in the wing and keeping him at centre while Dylan Watini-Zelezniak is suspended. Yeah, look, just thinking about it, like I would have had him on the wing. I would definitely would love to have seen Roger play on the wing. Edward Cozy on the wing. Look, I think if you look at his performances in the Cup team this year, I'll be honest, I don't think he's been playing that well for the Cup side. I love Edward Cozy. I think he's a good player, very talented player, but I don't think he's been playing that great in the New South Wales Cup this year. And I watched his game live last week on Fox Sports here in Australia, and you know he didn't really stand out. Like you've got Moala Graham Talfa there in the reserves. You could have put a RTS on the wing, but look, I'm not surprised that they've gone with RTS in the centres with Adam Pompey. Really not surprised by that. I think if Dylan were to play, you know, you probably wouldn't have seen Kossi in the side altogether. You probably would have seen a Dylan there on the wing, of course. But look, to be honest, no shock really that Kossi's been named to start on the wing there. But hopefully he has a good game on Saturday. I really hope he has a great game for us. I hope he plays well too. But other than that, like the team is pretty straightforward. You know, we've got a good forward pack with Whenua Blake, Neil Corey, Walker playing in the second row instead of Lock, which is really interesting. We haven't seen Dylan Walker play in the second row before. We've seen him play in the lock position, and he was very strong there last couple of weeks. But yeah, look, really, when you look at the team, Tohu Harris here at lock, and named to play lock last week was named to play at lock, and there was a change here with Walker coming off the bench and playing lock. So won't see a change here this week. Probably not. I don't think that will happen. You've got a bench of Chanel Harris-Tavio, Jacob Laban, Jazz Tavanga, and Tom Marley. And, yeah, look, a bit surprised with the Tom Marley selection. Actually. I wasn't expecting him to get that 17 spot. And with Jazz as well, Jacob Laban probably could have been named to start in the second row, and Walker could have come off the bench. Maybe there's a possibility that could be a shift come kickoff time. Maybe they move Dylan Walker back to the bench and play Laban in the starting side come kickoff time. But yeah, Bunty Afoa, where is Bunty? Good question. I thought Bunty was strong in the Cup side last week. He was probably one of our best forwards. You know, I think Bunty's been playing great when he's played for us this season. I think he's been quite unlucky over the last couple of weeks to miss out on the team altogether. I think I'm a bit surprised that with Bunty Afoa that he hasn't gotten a spot somewhere on the bench or at least starting. You know, I like what Bunty Afoa brings to the table. I really do. So I don't quite understand how they've gone with Tom Marley over Bunty Afoa. I would have gone Bunty Afoa over Tom Marley, personally. I would have had him in the 17 over Tom Marley, based on what I saw last week in the Cup side. But Tom Marley's got their spot. So, yeah, quite surprising. Quite surprising with that they've gone with Tom Marley over the likes of Bunty Afoa. But, you know, I do like the team. I think the team is a good team. I think it's the best team we can come up with. Of course, it's a shame we will miss the likes of Dylan this week. It's a shame we'll miss the likes of Kurt Capewell, Mitchell Barnett, which are big blows, of course. Mitchell Barnett especially, he's been providing plenty of, impact for this team over the last couple of weeks. You know, so I think Barnett's a big blow. I think he's a big blow for me. Rocco Berry as well. It's a shame, it's a real shame that he's come back this year. He's had his injuries and he's come back. He's been strong and now he's out again. So it's real gutting about Rocco. But like having RTS back, of course, is a huge boost. But in the centres, man, I really hope he proves me wrong in the centres. I really do, because he hasn't had that bit of performance in the centres this year. But of course, he's had some injuries. He's had a few different combinations on the field this year. So that's not helped his case. But hopefully he can have a strong performance here on the centres on the weekend. But it'd be good to see RTS back in the side. It'd be good to see him back on the field. But yeah, look, I mean, I like the looks of the team. Tane's been named in the reserves. You could possibly see maybe a Tane to a Peaky come into the starting side or come onto the bench. Who knows? But I think the reserves, you got Sifakula, Lussick, Graham Talfa. So if there are any injuries during the week, you've got some of those players to call upon to come into the side altogether. So yeah, and Tahi Bro is saying here, so RTS and Kossi versus Asami and Fafita, yeah. And just looking at the Titans side, like Keno Kenny, fullback, Alofe Khan Pereira, Brian Kelly, who's their backline? Philip Sami and Jojo Fafita. Jaden Campbell's still named in the 5-8 spot there with Kieran Foran. So that's really interesting for the Titans. Their 4-pack is decent. Nothing, to call upon it as one of the greatest 4-packs there for the Titans, but they've got a decent 4-pack with David Fafita. Obviously, he's probably the main man in the forwards for the Titans, with Bo Firmo as well. Aaron Clark at lock, another former Warrior, and looking at their bench, yeah, it's not too bad of a team for the Titans. But other than that, look, I do think with the side we've named, man, we've got the team to do the job, and I feel pretty confident about this game on Saturday. I was confident against Melbourne, but of course, it was against a quality Melbourne side, and that was never going to be easy. So, but this game against the Titans at Seabus on Saturday is a game where it's very winnable. It's a game where we need to get the 2 points, regardless of whether it's 4-point win, 6-point win, or 8-point win. Man, I'll just take it. I'll just take any win on Saturday. And I can't wait for it because I will be attending on Saturday at Seabus Super Stadium. There will be a vlog on the YouTube channel. There is going to be just a reminder for the fans here in Queensland or coming up from Sydney. If you are going to the game on Saturday, there is a pre-game meetup at the Sporting Globe in Robina on the Gold Coast. That's by the shopping centre, outside by the shopping centre. I think it's 12 p.m. That is for everyone. So that's for everyone. So that's not the members only one. That is where everyone can attend. And then there is a members only post-game event, I think, after the game. And that's where you can get photos of the players. And that is in the stadium at the, I think it's called the Byron Bay Bar in the stadium afterwards. So if you are registered for that, I believe the event is full. So it is exhausted for those who want to go to the post-game event after the game at the stadium. That is full. So fortunately, for those who miss out, it's unfortunate. But I am going to be at the post-game members event after the game in the stadium. So I'll be there hoping to get some photos of some of the players afterwards. And, of course, I'll be at the Sporting Globe in Robina on the Gold Coast for the pre-game meet-up with all the fans down there at the event at the shopping centre at the Sporting Globe in Robina. So, yeah, just a reminder for those of you, there are a couple of events on the day of the game for fans to enjoy. But it should be good. I can't wait for it. Real excited, and I'm looking forward to vlogging that one for you guys. Give you guys some insight on game day of how it all goes. But that should be a good one. I can't wait for it. Really excited. Looking forward to catching up with a few Warriors fans here on the Gold Coast. And, of course, looking forward to the game. And looking forward to the post-game event as well at Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast on Saturday afternoon, evening. Should be a real good one. I can't wait for it. But, yeah, William Pearson, I'm going to the Storm versus Dolphins game on Friday night at Suncorp Stadium. Oh, it's good to hear, William Pearson. Enjoy that for sure. But, yeah, other than that, look, if you guys want to tune in on Wednesday night, I've got two special guests joining me to preview the Titans game and have a little look back at the Melbourne game as well. But that'll be on Wednesday afternoon. I've got Rio and Tans from Warriors Fan TV joining to preview the Titans game. 4:30 Australia time, 6:30 New Zealand time. We'll go through the team list. give our predictions and thoughts and how we think the game's going to go tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 Australian time, 6:30 New Zealand time as well. But it should be a good event. It should be a good event on Saturday. It's going to be packed out with Warriors fans, no doubt about it. Lots of Warriors fans living here on the Gold Coast. We are going to pack the joint out. It's going to be like a home game for us. It always is like a home game for us at Siva Super Stadium. And we are going to bring the noise for sure. We are definitely going to bring the noise. A lot of Warriors fans will probably be traveling up from Brisbane as well. And some fans will be traveling up from the Gold. Some fans will be, well, a lot of fans here up on the Gold Coast as well. So there'll be plenty of Warriors support for the boys here in Queensland on the Gold Coast on Saturday afternoon, and I'm looking forward to it. So it should be a good one. But yeah, it'll be an awesome one. I can't wait for it. Definitely can't wait for it. Nonetheless, but yeah, so I'll go through the gonna go through the tips, guys. Now, so just go through the tips. Try and make this the stream not such a long one for you guys, as I sometimes drag out the streams too long. Apologies if I do that, but yeah, make sure you do like the live stream. If you haven't done so already, click that thumbs up button on the live stream. And if you are a new viewer to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you are subscribing to the YouTube channel because it shows your support for all the content, and it's much appreciated as well. But yeah, the NRL tips for this week's round. So, of course, a shortened round 16. So, first game was Friday, the 21st of June. Guys, make sure you put in your tips for the games in the comments below, who you're tipping for the NRL games this weekend. And we'll also chat about a little brief chat about Origin and then wrap up the stream for you guys. So, first game, Friday, the 21st of June, sees the Dolphins taking on the Melbourne Storm. This game is on at 8:00 p.m. Australia time. So that'll be like 10 p.m. I think New Zealand time. It's at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. So just looking at the team list for this game, we've got the big inclusion of Ryan Papenhuyzen. Ryan Papenhuyzen is back at fullback for this game. What a huge inclusion for the Storm. And boy, the Storm, look, as much as it pains me to say it, against us, the Warriors last week, the Storm, man, down 40-0, and, of course, it's so typical of the Storm to come back and win that game. And it was frustrating as a Warriors fan, of course, to lose that one against Melbourne, but you got to give credit when credit's due. And, as good as a team as the Storm are, they showed why they're one of the top 4 teams at the moment. So this game is against the Dolphins team who, are sitting in the top 4. They're sitting in the top 4 on the NRL ladder. Can you believe how good the Dolphins have been going this year? Now, last year, they started the season off well, and they fell away at the back end of the season due to, well, look, I think for me, it was down to squad depth, injuries, suspensions. It really cost them in the end. They had a good, but for me, like last year, it was a good season nonetheless, despite not making the 8. And this year, they have step it up even more, of course, with the signings of Herbie Farnworth and that. And what a signing Herbie Farnworth is for the Dolphins. For me, probably one of the top 4 centres in the game. And, of course, he won the Dally M Centre of the Year last year as well. As for this game, man, it's probably one of the trickiest games to start the round to call upon and to tip. Now, I probably would say, based on the Storm's form and how they've been going this year, that probably they deserve to be favourites. But you can't write the Dolphins team off. You really can't. And the Dolphins are a quality side. You look at the players they've got on the field. They've got the team to do it. They've got Asako. Trey Fuller's been named at fullback. Of course, no Hammer due to Origin. And Felice Kafusi. So those are the only outs for the Dolphins for this game. And, of course, with Ryan Papenhuyzen back, Will Borbrick's been named on the wing with Grant Anderson in the centres and Nick Meaney in the centres, with Falungo being shifted to the wing for this game, with Wishart and Hughes as the halves. But other than that, looking at the Storm side, there aren't too many changes. Oh, you got Bronson Garlick as well, named at hooker for this week's game. Of course, with no Harry Grant and Xavier Coates as well for the Storm. So, look, besides no having Harry Grant and Xavier Coates due to the Harry Grant, of course, due to Origin, the Storm have still got a strong side. So I think with this game, Oh man, this is difficult. Whew. I'm really thinking about tipping the Dolphins here. I know it's it'd be brave to back against a Storm, but for some reason I think the Dolphins can do this at home. Looking at it now, then William Pearson says the Storm have a good record at Suncorp Stadium. They do have a great record at Suncorp Stadium, William Pearson. They have a great record anywhere that Storm play. They don't have a bad record anywhere. They've got a great squad. They've got good players. They played defensively strong last week against the Warriors, despite the 40-0 start that the Warriors had. But Luke's saying here Storm 1-12. And Tahi Bro says Finn's in a close one. And TPG is on the bench. Yeah, that is another big that's another inclusion for the Dolphins as well. Just looking at it. Josh Kerr, Mark Nichols, Ray Thompson, and Tavita Pangai Jr., who's back from his retirement out of the game of rugby league. So was looking for his boxing career, but he's back now playing. So it didn't really last long, did it? So oh man, look, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I don't know why. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins in a close one, and I think the Dolphins can get the win over the Storm. And it might sound one of the boldest tips to make this round. I think the Dolphins might be up for this one, and I'm gonna go Dolphins by probably 8 points at least. And I think they can get the result. And Jackie's saying you're not overly happy with the lineup, but hopefully it's good enough to get the job done against the Titans. It's still not a bad lineup, Jacko. I think it's not a bad lineup. Of course, there's quite a few outs this week, which won't be helping our case. But look, we've still got the players to do the job there. Yeah, pump the likes, team. Yeah, absolutely, Tahi, bro. Pump the likes for sure. But I think the Dolphins can do it. I don't know why I'm going the Dolphins. I just feel like they can get up and get the result at home at Suncorp and Brisbane over the Storm. Ryan Pappenhausen, of course, is the key for the Storm. And then you've got Jerome Hughes, who was on fire against the Warriors last week. But I think he will take time to find his rhythm. I don't think he will find his rhythm in this first game back. It will take some time, but hopefully Pappenhausen stays on the field, man. I really hope and he doesn't, get another injury because, man, he has had some rotten luck with injuries over the years, Ryan Pappenhausen. So it'd be good to see him on the field this week. But yeah, look, Dolphins for me. I'm going to go Dolphins by 4 in an upset win over the Storm at home at Suncorp Stadium at Brisbane. Now, first try scorer, I'm going to go with Folungo first try for Melbourne. I think Melbourne will score the first try. At any time, we'll go with Herbie Farnworth and Jake Averillo for the Dolphins. But the Dolphins for me for the upset win, guys. I'm going to go a bit bold for the first game to start this week of footy, and I'm going to go with the Dolphins by 4. Right, so the next game now we'll go to the second game. So my prediction for the Titans Warriors, we'll do that with the preview tomorrow night. So that's when you guys will see my predictions for that game. But this next game, the second game on Saturday, sees the Sydney Roosters taking on the Bulldogs. This game has been played at a Industrial Group Stadium, actually in Gosford, not Allianz Stadium. So it's actually been played on the Central Coast at 5:30 Australia time. So that'll be probably 7:30 New Zealand time, I think that is. For this one, Bulldogs and the Roosters. The Roosters getting away with a win over the Parramatta Eels last week down there at Combank Stadium. So they're only getting the win there. The Dogs have been in great form. They are sitting in the top 8, which is crazy to even think that, believe it or not. They've been in great form. I think their defence has definitely shown a lot of improvement this season. And, of course, we have the Bulldogs coming up over the next couple of weeks. And I've got a special guest for the preview for the Bulldogs game as well with Michael from All Things Bulldogs. So make sure you tune in for that one in a couple of weeks' time. But, yeah, looking forward to having him on to preview the Dogs game. He's a Bulldog supporter. So, and Richard's saying here, up the wires, everyone. Storm side just got better with Pappy in there, in my opinion. It definitely does. And the Storm will dance and Peppy will find the Reverend Bro. And Tahi Bro's saying here, Dogs close again. He's going with the Dogs win over the Roosters. I'm actually going to go with the Roosters here. I'm going to go with the Roosters by 12 points at least. First try score will say Joey Manu first try. Joey Manu to have a big one. And any time try scorers will go with, we'll go Daniel Tupou. And we'll go for the Bulldogs. We'll go with the Jacob Carraz as well. But for me, I'm going to go Roosters by 12 in. And I think it'll be a pretty close game for majority of it. And then I think the Roosters will do enough to get the result to over the Dogs down there at Central Coast Stadium. The final game to wrap up Saturday night footy is on 7:30 Australian time at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Since the South Sydney Rabbitohs taking on the Manly Seagulls. Now this game is between two sides on opposite ends of the ladder, but the Rabbitohs have found some good form over the last couple of weeks. Look, this game really, I think could be a real interesting one, because looking at the Rabbitohs, they've had a bit of good form over the last couple of weeks, especially with the way they've been playing. Their performances have been a lot better. They are missing some players due to Origin, of course, with Cameron Murray and Latrell Mitchell out, with, of course, Latrell starting for the Blues for game 2 of the series. But as for the Seagulls, had a good win against the Dragons last week. They had literally no one on their bench, and they still got the result over the Dragons at home, which is very brave, a brave effort from the Seagulls, considering that their bench, well, they literally had no one, right? They had injuries galore in that game against the Dragons. So that's a credit to the Seagulls, but they were at home, and I tipped the Seagulls, so I did expect them to win that game. But Jacko is saying, sorry, finding it hard to get interested in our games, especially worried the Titans will put a huge dent in our finals chances. I don't think they will. I think we'll be fine, Jacko. I think we'll be fine against the Titans. I know that Titans can generally turn up against the Warriors, and I don't want to sound cocky and one-eyed because it might come back to bite me, but I'm reasonably confident, more confident against the Titans this week. But hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me when I say that. But we should be able to get the win over them. So I wouldn't say I'm that worried against the Titans. But the Titans can turn up and play attacking football, and that can be, they did that against us last time we played them, right? In New Zealand. So we'll be looking for a bit of revenge against the Titans. But Tahi Bro says, I can't guess this one. Yeah, I think it's quite a tricky game to tip based on both teams and how they're doing. And William Pearson saying Roosters by 1-12. Naz, how's it going? Naz Williams is saying the Manly to win. And Jacko is saying here, geez, you're more confident than me, the Fanatics. I hope you're right. Or I'm more confident this week than I was confident against the Storm. Put it that way. The Titans are a team where you just don't know what team they're going to turn up with, what performance they'll put on the field. I could be wrong. They could turn up and could come out there and get us. But I don't know, man. I feel like we want to get something back over the Titans after they beat us at home this week. So wouldn't be surprised if they turned up and put in a performance, the Titans. But, man, we're more than capable of beating them. They're not. Man, look, we don't know with them. We don't know with the Titans. They're a hard team to read, right? They are a hard team to read. The Titans can they turn up against anyone and beat anyone. But then, the next week they're pretty ordinary. They lost to the Tigers last week. And that's no disrespect to the Tigers, but to lose to the Tigers is, a shock, really. How they lose to them. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, kia ora Fanatics. Hope not bad, mate. Hope you're well too. Yeah, I'm doing very well, Naz. Hope you're doing well yourself. But look, like I said, I just feel like the Warriors can get the result over the Titans. I really do, and I don't feel worried about that game. And call me crazy. Call me crazy for saying that after we lost to the Storm and we conceded 38 points, which is not good enough at home. Don't get me wrong, it's not good enough. Where we blame the reasons for that loss, but Richard's saying I'm not confident this week after last week's result. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a disappointing result, but it was a Storm, guys. It was a Storm, and the Storm are sitting top for a reason. The Titans are sitting near the bottom. I mean, like honestly, feel like I've got more faith that we can actually get the result against the Titans. And it's not trying to disrespect the Titans at all. Like, they've got a talented side. Don't get me wrong; they've got good players, but I feel like we've got the side that can do it over the Titans. And it's we lost to them last time. We really would love to get a bit of redemption over the Titans, especially up here on the Gold Coast where we'll have a lot of support, and that will help as well. But yeah, look, I'm not discounting the Titans. I'm not writing them off. I think they can make it a good game. But I'm also not, discounting us to go out there and put a big performance in after last week's result. The boys will be fired up, disappointed after the game. They'll be hungry to win the game. We will be hungry to get up and get the result too. So, look, both teams need a result. Are looking to bounce back, the Warriors and the Titans last week after their results. So, man, I think we'll be hungry and we'll be desperate, and we will not. We will not take them lightly. Definitely won't take them lightly. The Warriors, we won't take the Titans lightly. We shouldn't. And I think we will get the result over them. I really do. But anyways, but moving back onto the game, the other game I was talking about, Seagulls and the Rabbitohs, and I went off topic. Apologies, guys. But this game against the Seagulls against the Rabbitohs, I'm actually going to tip the Rabbitohs. I think the Rabbitohs can get the win here over the Seagulls. Now, I think the Seagulls had a good win last week. The Rabbitohs have got a bit of momentum after the last couple of weeks. I think the Rabbitohs get the win here. I'm going to go Bunnies by 6 points, and I think it'll be a close game. Now, first try scorer, we'll go with the try scorer record holder, Alex Johnston, first try, and anytime we'll go with Jason Saab for Manly, and anytime for the Rabbitohs, we're gonna go with Cody Walker. Yeah, Cody Walker. I think we'll go with this. We'll go with Souths to win this one, and they will win it by 4. In my opinion, I think they'll get the result. And looking at it, of course, the team list, the only outs for the Steelers, Ruben Garrick. Oh, this is a big loss. Daly Cherry-Evans, Ola Kawatu, and Paseka, and Jake Trbojevic, of course, for the New South Wales Blues there. But Manly for me to win. Souths to win for me. I'm going with the Bunnies by 4 points. Bunnies to win for 4 for me. On to Sunday game now. So got the West Tigers versus the Canberra Raiders. This game has been played at Campbelltown Sports Ground. So it's a home game for the Tigers. Just looking at the team list, any notable changes? For the Raiders, just Zach Walford's been named on the bench for the Raiders, and there's still no Corey Horsburgh. For the Tigers, Lachlan Galvin returns from a hand injury. He's named at 5'8", with Aiden Caesar moving to halfback, and Episode Coruscant has been named to play at hooker, and Talon De Silva goes back to the bench for the Tigers. This game, I'm going to tip the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Canberra Raiders to win this game. I'm going to say by Canberra Raiders by 10. Anytime. First try scorer, we'll go Jordan Rapana. Anytime, we'll go with Hudson Young. And for the Tigers, we'll say Justin Olam for the Tigers. But for me, I'm going to go with the Raiders to win this game. I think the Raiders will win this. And, despite the Tigers getting a good win at home last week down there at Leichhardt Oval, I think the Raiders will get a big win here over the Tigers. I think the Raiders will bounce back and get the result for me. But, yeah, Raiders have a quality pack. They definitely do have a quality pack. They've got a great backline with Ethan Savage, Chris, Timoko, Rapana. They've got young halves and Ethan Strange, and of course KO Weeks as well. Ethan Strange, man, he has been playing very well for the Raiders this season, and of course they've got the likes of the Tapane, Hudson Young, and Elliot Whitehead as well with Papali'i. So I think the Raiders, their 4-pack will definitely muscle up and probably get the wood over the Tigers in that area of the field. But Raiders for me, Raiders will win well over the Tigers. The Tigers had a good win over the Titans last week, but I think it'll come back crushing down for the Tigers at home for Benji's side. But yeah, those are my tips, guys. That wraps it up. And Unix says, love me some Sticky. And Naz is saying, cheer Jacko. Sticky spewing as well, watch out. And Jacko, oh well, better go and eat my dinner. Have fun, guys. Cheers, Jacko. Good to see you in the chat. Have a good one. Have a good rest of the night and have a good rest of the week. But that wraps it up, guys. Jacko's also saying, just read up some more comments before I jump on out of here. He's saying we should win, but I have a horrible feeling about this game. Things like Big Cossie on a dry track plus 2 halfbacks again worry me. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll see how Cossie goes. But I personally probably would have had Dallin on the. Actually, no, I would have had RTS on the wing for Dallin this week. If Dallin, because Dallin's suspended. But I still think we got the squad to do it. We definitely got the squad to do it on Saturday, and I hope we do it because, man, I'll be extremely disappointed if we don't get the win over the Titans, being at Seabus on the Gold Coast, and going to the game. I just hope we can get the result and get the 2 points, which we need because the next couple of weeks are so crucial. We need to win every game from now on to the bye, starting with this game against the Titans on Saturday. And we've got the Dogs. We've also got the Broncos coming up, so we need to start going on a bit of a winning run, heading into that second bye and get close to the top 8. We can't leave ourselves too far behind the top 8 at this point of the season. So, guys, that is it. That's the stream wrapped up. Please give this live stream a like if you haven't done so already. Click that thumbs up button on the live stream. Make sure you're liking the live stream, everyone. Don't forget, if you are a new viewer to the YouTube channel and you haven't done so already, please make sure you give this channel a subscribe. Subscribing is absolutely free. It also helps the content and it helps the channel to grow. And it's all much appreciated. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the viewers for tuning in and watching, whether you're interacting in the live chat or whether you're watching it back. Appreciate all the support nonetheless. But liking, sharing, subscribing all does help, and it's much appreciated as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to Tahi Bro. Thanks to Jacko. Thanks to Naz. Thanks to Richard. Thanks to William Pearson. To everyone who actually joined the chat. Also, thanks to Jose as well. And that will wrap it up, guys. Like the live stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening, I've got a special guest from Warriors Fan TV. 2 special guests, actually, tons. And we've got Rio from Warriors Fan TV going to preview the Warriors-Titans game, go through key matchups, stats, how we think the game's going to go, and give our predictions for the Warriors-Titans game on Saturday afternoon. So tune in for that one on Wednesday afternoon, 4:30 Australian time, 6:30 p.m. Queensland time, for the preview of the Warriors-Titans game. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, we'll see you guys all tomorrow afternoon for another live stream. Have a good one. Up the wires. See you later, everyone. Have a good one.